And what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the RavenWolf Podcast, Episode 2! Now, on the last podcast, we were about to talk about something, but I absolutely forgot, and Raven thought, hey, let's record Episode 2 of the podcast, and Skull's here, so... Disney movies, thank you. Oh yeah, the live-action remakes for Disney movies. Alright, Raven, you want to start off?
Just Disney movies in general, the live action and like sequels.
Alright. Miss Raven Queen 121,
the live action Lion King sucked.
Agreed.
Which one sucked for you?
The live action.
Live action.
For what?
The Lion King.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And as we're recording this, episode 1 should probably be up on the channel by now, so we won't unfortunately know what you guys think of the last episode. But still, try and let us know what you think about it. We'll try our best not to leave as much dead air. Seriously, it took me almost like 20 fucking minutes to cut out the parts I
Okay, then shut up about it. Fuck's sake.
Okay, so anyway, about the sequels for movies, I will admit, let's start off with the very first sequel that I very first saw for Disney movies, Mulan 2. What do you guys think of it?
Mulan 2 was really cute.
You wanna what? Hello?
As good as what?
Sorry, you cut out. There we go. Okay, I got everything. As you were saying.
But yeah, it wasn't as good, but as the original. But it was still cute, and I really liked that the boys were able to find someone for them as well.
True. I'm happy for them, too. So what about you, Skull? What do you think of the movie Mulan 2?
Give him a minute to answer. Fuck.
I don't even remember what Mulan 2 was about. It's been so fucking...
Mulan and Mulan have to take the princesses to go and meet their betrothed prince's husbands, and they're like, I don't want to do it because they fell in love with the soldier boys that are escorting them. And Shang and
Mulan finally get married, right?
Mulan and Shang are wanting to get married, but Mushu's like, you can't do that because if you do, then, I'm going to lose my job as your protector, and I'm going to lose all my benefits and shit, basically, of being the... And he didn't want that.
Oh, yeah.
And so he tried to sabotage them, and it worked for a while.
Yeah, and then they found it out, and then they still made him...
A loophole, basically, and joined their families or whatever. I don't remember way too much about a fucking anime. Oh, fuck's sake. But yeah, that's what that one was about.
I might have to leave and rejoin the game.
Okay.
Because mine's, for some reason, I was glitching out.
Nah, we get it. Go on ahead. You guys want to
so...
Actually, you know what? Everyone take a quick 2-minute break or something, because I gotta get this kitten who's right next to me some food, and she is going to be yowling until she gets food in her belly. So, be right back.
No, I just had to leave in the game and...
Anyway, you guys keep talking about that stuff. I'm gonna be AFK for a bit.
Oh. The host is leaving. What should we talk about? What should we talk about?
I don't know. I don't think he's recording anymore.
He might be. So, Cause I couldn't even open the front door without it glitching out. Oh, it's doing it again!
Alright guys, I am back temporarily. I still gotta get my other 2 cats some food, but my dad's in the kitchen, so I can't make their food.
No, so you're still recording?
Yeah, I'm still recording. I just muted my mic on my recording.
Oh.
Raven?
Hmm?
My key has glitched out. I cannot.
What?
I have no sprint. Kill me. Let's see if that resets it. Can you not kill me?
Uh-huh.
Well, anyways, you were saying about the original movies, and back to Mulan. I thought the second Mulan was good, because, as you said, yeah, Raven, you're happy the guys got their girlfriends.
Yeah, and I'm excited that they were able.
That they were able to what?
They weren't able to get that. Do you have your?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna do something real quick. Fucking audio. There we go.
Yeah, you got your sprint back.
What? I just decided to start again. There's something happening.
So, anyways, as we were all saying, I'm happy that they were able to get their that everyone was able to get married and everything. But here's the one thing I can't remember: who was the villain for Disney? For not Disney's for Mulan 2?
There wasn't really a quote-unquote villain. It was, if you really had to choose a villain, I guess it would have been Mushu, because he kept trying to break Shang and Mulan.
Oh,
Yeah. True.
Search.
You want to switch to MC or Raft?
Probably Raft at this point, because it's just glitching out. I don't know what's going on with 7 days.
No problem.
I mean, I can get into the server. It's glitching out for some reason.
No. Yeah.
Because the last time I was in the server, I had my sprint and stuff, and I couldn't open the front door, and I couldn't open the chest. They just kept glitching out.
Mm.
And then when I rejoined, the sprint thing happened. It literally had me at 0 sprint, so I couldn't even sprint. Couldn't nothing.
Well, anyway, as we were saying as we were all saying.
Yeah.
Now speaking for another remake or another sequel, you guys can label it as a sequel. I choose to. You guys can if you don't want to. Lion King 1.5.
I would choose that as a sequel.
I'm labeling it as a sequel too, because it is actually really, really fun actually, and really funny. Like how Timon and Pumbaa. Yeah, like how Timon and Pumbaa finally met up.
Like, it was interesting to see how they met up, because it wasn't described in the actual movie itself, but weird.
Yeah.
How like a Pumbaa and
oh, that's what it was doing. Okay.
I can't remember what the meerkat's name is. Pumbaa
Timon.
and yeah.
I will say though the Disney show they did for that though, for like Timon and Pumbaa, it could have been better.
Yeah, it could have been a lot better.
Honestly, I really like it, and I did not like Chloe.
Okay, for some fucking reason, you are cutting out like a motherfucker, Joanna.
I mean, that's more for like my nephew and stuff.
Yeah, honestly, I honestly did not like it. I really didn't. And I mean, yeah, okay, it was cute, whatever, but I still didn't like it because
Yeah.
it seemed like it lost all of its,
Charm.
yeah, and it felt kind of forced and fake a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of felt like it was half-assed, more or less.
Yeah, and like they were just trying to get every ounce out they could out of the.
Okay, seriously.
It would have okay, I understand they have the rhino and different.
Yeah.
They have the hippo telephane, but I mean, have some variety there. Like, okay, say, Simba's son he also had a daughter, and there was 2 separate lion guards.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. He had a daughter, but she's in maybe a quarter of all the.
She's maybe in 1 or maybe 2 episodes. That's about it.
Out of all the seasons.
Yeah. I mean, you got the cheetah, you got Simba's son, you got the hippo, and then you got
a bird motherfucker looking thing.
Zazu, I think is what his name was.
No, yeah. Zazu is the parrot.
Yeah, the toucan.
Yeah.
No, the one that I'm talking about is the white bird that usually you see pecking off the bugs and shit off.
Oh yeah.
I don't know his name, and honestly, I don't care.
And then you got the toucan, which is Zazu, which is the one it's with Simba and stuff.
Yeah, that never shuts up.
It keeps nagging. That's the one thing about the original Lion King, is you had the annoying parrot, you had the annoying toucan that just kept nagging, and then you had Nala and Simba.
Rafiki was my favorite.
The monkey, yeah.
Yes, the baboon. I fucking love Rafiki.
Oh, yeah, he was the best.
I even love the joke they made, I saw on YouTube, was abridged Lion King sings, and it was the monkey guy just sitting there meditating, going, and the guy that was voicing Simba for that thing, what are you humming to? And he said, I am humming Beyonce. I just can't help but laugh at that. I'd never heard a Beyonce song, but I just think that's hilarious.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I have never heard a Beyonce song.
Oh, this is
What?
Yeah, I have never heard of a...
You are fucking lying. You are trying to get a rise out of me. You are trying to piss me off. There is no way in hell that you have not heard a Beyonce song.
I have heard...
You want the bird? Want some chicken legs?
Sure, I'll take them.
I'm keeping my eye out for Bruce.
Yeah,
Bruce is going to get a nice big giant spear up his... but anyway...
But yeah, I have never heard of a Beyonce. I've heard who Beyonce is, but I've never heard one of her songs.
Oh,
so you've never
my god! I am ashamed to say that I'm gonna.
That you're gonna what? Hello? Okay, seriously, what the fuck with the audio?
Billy?
Yeah.
So you never... Stab the moose! Stab the moose! Bruce is dead.
But yeah, as you were saying, Soul, yes, I have never heard of a Beyonce song.
Raven, let's sleep.
Oh! How have you never heard it? Surely you have gone on the radio and heard of To the Left or to fucking...
all the single ladies.
The single ladies? Yeah, you're telling me you never turned on the radio?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not know that was a Beyonce song, but I have heard that song, but it was in the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie with the Chipettes, I think is what they're called. So I don't know if that counts or not.
You are going to piss so many viewers at this point.
Oh my god.
If so many,
He has triggered the commentary section.
He has triggered me.
I could just imagine more than half of my comment section, or more than half of my subscribers, like, if they find out where I live, they're gonna all come out with boom boxes and just start blaring Beyonce and like, listen to it, you motherfucker.
Yes, they need to start playing the single.
Oh my god, I cannot. How? You know what? As soon as this record,
You're gonna make me watch. You're gonna make me listen to a Beyonce song, aren't you?
crime, okay?
Yes, that is a very big crime.
But no, I just think if we were to list all the bands that I have heard of, but I've not listened to any of your music, that would literally mean listing the names would take about half the podcast episode.
Well, okay, that's fine, but I'm not gonna do it because you're just gonna piss me off even more. But no, Beyonce, I listen to her so much even now. She is such a fucking icon.
And yet you flipped your
not even just.
And yet you flipped your shit when you said I never heard a Michael Jackson song.
Because that's the same fucking thing.
Yeah. That I mean, Michael Jackson is the king of hip hop.
Like,
Billy, you want to know something?
What?
Michael Jackson married Elvis
Presley's daughter or granddaughter, right? Right.
So you don't know who Michael Jackson is. Basically, you don't know who Elvis Presley.
Oh no, I love some of Elvis Presley's songs. My favorite was "All Shook Up." Actually, I remember I would always play that song before I moved to where my house is now. Right down the street from the house I used to live in, there was this place called Ed's Restaurant. It would always have a jukebox. It would always play like classic songs like Sammy Davis, Elvis Presley, like that type of thing.
Okay, so he don't know who. Out, Bruce is back. Well, boy,
I have a lot of clay and sand that I need to get, and my hook broke, so we're gonna be here for a minute.
Yeah, I just got bit in the ass twice though. Ouch.
I need another spear.
I got a spare.
Okay, give me just a second.
But yeah. But no, the other day, just for people who don't know, Raven basically twisted my arm and convinced me. I'm gonna say that lightly.
Twist shit.
You twisted
I didn't
something.
twist shit. I did not twist nothing. You disgraced yourself by saying that you've never heard a fucking Michael Jackson song. I had to tell him, Skull, this is how bad it is. I had to tell him a song by Ozzy Osbourne, and he goes, "Oh, that's who sang that?"
Shut up.
He didn't know who Ozzy Osbourne was. He had to be told a song that he sang.
Billy.
Yes.
That basically not knowing who Ozzy Osbourne is about as bad as you don't know who oh god Alice Cooper is. That's no, you better not fucking tell me. I'll have to block you, Billy, if you tell me you don't know who the fuck Alice Cooper is.
No, I know who Alice Cooper is. Raven sent me one of her songs. I can't remember which song exactly she sent me because she sent me about 20.
I never sent you an Alex Cooper song.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Skull's gonna be so fucking pissed with me, isn't he?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm legit going through our Discord chat right now on my phone, and I'm going through all the songs you sent me because because of the Michael Jackson thing. Lady Gaga, Michael Jackson, Carrie Underwood, Taylor Swift.
Was he's never heard a Lady Gaga song. That's exactly what I sent him. I sent him Bad Romance, and he's like, "Oh, this just sounds pretty cool." No, fuck.
Carrie Smith, Toby Keith, Trace Atkins, Sarah Evans, Shania Twain.
I had to send him a Carrie Underwood song and a Toby Keith song.
Charlie Daniels, Demi Lovato, Terry Clark, Tori Kelly, Pink,
He knew who Pink was, but he's never heard of one of her songs. He knows who she is, which I guess is some redeeming factor, I guess.
Does he know who Faith Hill is?
Billy.
Yes and no.
Raven.
Yeah.
Raven, send me a song by Faith Hill, or I'm going to have to slap him.
You're gonna slap me regardless. I know both you fuckers.
I'm gonna bitch slap your ass if you don't.
I know who they are. I just never heard one of their songs.
This Kiss? You've never heard This Kiss?
Nope.
Oh my god. You're going to listen to it after this thing because you're not about to get demonetized.
I can hear Skull grind.
I'm sending you to now. Why?
Invisible jokes at this point.
I can hear Skull grinding his fucking teeth.
Not tonight.
I am over here on the island, just off the fucking boat right now.
That's like me asking you guys, hey, do you guys know who System of a Down is? Who fucking Five Finger Death Punch is? Who Hollywood Undead is?
I know who Hollywood Undead is. I know Five Finger Death Punch.
I know Five Finger Death Punch. I know Hollywood Undead.
You guys don't know System of a Down?
Nope.
No.
Oh, man. Okay, after this recording, I am going to have to send you one of my favorite songs by System of a Down.
What? God's sake. Not tonight.
And for those
Okay, do you know who Marilyn Manson is?
Yes! Welcome to the Family. No, it wasn't the one who... Yeah, Marilyn Manson made a replica of Welcome to the Family, if I remember correctly.
Okay, Raven, do you know one of the songs from Marilyn Manson?
Yeah. I know. I don't know titles, but I have heard Marilyn Manson theme. I've heard Marilyn Manson play.
What is one of the songs you've
I don't remember this. I don't remember titles. I remember the lyrics.
The lyrics, that will be fine.
Oh god, it's been forever since I've heard a Marilyn Manson song though. I think it was like Tainted Love. I think that's the song.
I can just go off by lyrics. What you? I'll be fine with lyrics.
You know what? I'm just gonna. Here's a good one. Right? You guys never heard of Tragic
Sweet
Tantrum?
Dreams is the one I heard from him, and that was on Trick or Treat. That was a really good one. I mean, the Arithniacs have done it first, but that was.
Right,
I think one of the lyrics was like, "Sometimes I feel I've got to run away. I've got to get away from the pain that you." I think that's one of the lyrics.
Yeah, that was a remake of another person's song, but yes.
Literally, if I was to tell you some of the bands I listen to, I know you fuckers wouldn't know them.
Okay, I did Sweet Dreams or Make It Up. Who am I to It's a dream. Travel the world of 7 seas.
I know one.
Okay.
I know one thing I could say that would trigger everyone, but I'm gonna be honest. What I will say to trigger everyone is a lie. I have never
don't
heard.
say it.
I have never heard of an AC/DC song. I know just saying that will trigger so many people, but I actually do know who AC/DC is.
Just shut up
Okay.
now, Billy. Just shut up
Yeah.
now.
No, he just said that he knows it's gonna trigger people, but he actually has heard of them.
I actually got some of their songs saved on my phone, like Back in Black, TNT, Dirty Deeds.
Okay, the classics. Okay, that's good. Thunder.
Thunderstruck, yes.
Thunder! Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Thunder! Yeah, that one, yeah.
My favorite out of all of them, one of my favorites is when or my favorite use of that song in a movie was from Megamind, and it's like, you might be a villain, all right, but you want to know what? But I'm a super villain, and then like the Titan's like, well, what's the difference? And he just comes out, dun 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 dun, presentation.
Oh yeah, right at the start of Megamind where they played Back in Black, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, I can. The best version of the best use of "I Am Iron Man" by Black Sabbath, which also had Ozzy Osbourne in it. Which I think was one of the first bands Ozzy Osbourne was in. Was I Am Iron Man. Was in the Iron Man movie. You didn't know that, Billy, did you?
No.
Yeah, it was by Black Sabbath.
Skull, please tell me you did not set ship.
No.
Okay, thank God. Because I was underwater.
No, I'm sitting here on the ship.
But yeah.
Okay,
Like,
now we can sit down.
but I also know some other bands. Like, I just want to see if you guys have heard of them. Like Theory of a Dead Man, not Hollywood Ended. Where is it?
If you do the cell.
Theory of a Dead Man, Skrillex.
I've heard of Skrillex.
What about Slipknot?
I think I've only heard one song from him, and I don't remember what it was. I don't really listen to much heavy metal. Disturbed is the only band I've really listened to. It's more like dubstep and country, classic rock, classic country.
Bruce!
You say dubstep, but yet you've never heard of Skrillex.
There's only like certain dubsteps I've actually heard, and I go through quite a bit of dubstep just to. If I don't like the rhythm of it, I don't.
I would have to say, the first two artists I've ever heard of that got me into wanting to listen to like EDM, dubstep, that type of stuff would actually have to be Dead Mouse and would have to be Skrillex.
Yes, Dead Mouse. That's the one that actually got me. I've heard, I've heard dubstep from. That's the one I like the most, like dubstep from. And I found out that Marshmello is, Marshmello is supposed to be a the Marshmello with the God, I can't. He's one of Dead Mouse's apprentices.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I thought that was really cool. I think that's how most music is thriving basically nowadays. Like, people are getting apprentices to like teach them their own type of music, like Dead Mouse with Marshmello. I hear even the head singer for Five Finger Death Punch is actually teaching one of their kids, like, how to play guitar and actually sing like them. Not, like, as an apprentice, but, like, as a... I can't remember if it's, like, a father-son or father-daughter type thing. But I think that's actually really cool. Excuse me.
You're fine. Yeah, it's...
What I consider nice about it is, they're still being part of their children's lives. Because you hear the stereotype so many times, like they party like a rock star and they're not, good parents or whatever.
Yeah.
I like people who break that stereotype.
Yeah, like the guy for Five Finger Death Punch. And even the current head singer for 3 Days Grace, actually. I hear, like, his wife's pregnant or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, congrats to them. Congrats to them.
I got, what are we gonna do with all these Bruce heads?
I throw them out, after we get like 5 or 6 of them. I throw them out.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw the Bruce heads out. I got tired of wearing Bruce's head on my... I think Bruce is coming for you.
Now, one of my absolute favorite bands. I'm gonna be triggered if you guys have never heard of them. Like, almost as pissed as when Skull heard that I'd never heard an AC/DC song when I lied.
No. What triggered me the most on those was you've never heard of Alice Cooper and Ozzy Osbourne.
Tragic Tantrum.
Do you know who they are, Raven?
No.
Right? Actually, Raven, you should, because remember I sent you that one song by them the other day?
Oh, fuck!
I said Bruce was still out there going for you.
Yeah, I know. Okay, the Silent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a song from them. I've heard a song from them, but I've never actually like got down and been like, yes, I am a fan of you and your singing and la 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 la. I've never actually done that with that band.
I know one song. I know there's one. Stop it! No, my bag of chips. Sorry. Kyle tried to steal my fucking bag of chips. Alright, what about Panic at the Disco?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've heard
Has anybody ever told you, shut the goddamn door? No. Fucking love that song, man.
How about
sing the shit out of that.
How about Hailstorm?
My favorite is Emperor's Clothes.
Emperor's New Clothes, yeah.
Yeah.
I think my favorite would either have to be Victorious or Miss Jackson.
Miss Jackson for sure, or Close the Goddamn Door.
I have all three of those. Those are really good songs.
What about Voltaire? Have you guys heard of him?
Mm-mm.
You guys have never heard of Voltaire?
Climbing up the back door, no one make a sound. No one knows you,
Miss Jackson. Found another victim, but no one's gonna find Miss Jackson.
Jackson.
Babe, you should know who Voltaire is, because remember that animated vampire series that one chick was making?
Yeah.
Like, that's literally 2 of his songs in it. Land of the Dead and The Night.
Oh, I like The Night. I love that one.
Yeah, like the second one, like the Minotaur's my butler, the Cyclops my valet. Yeah, that was made by Voltaire.
Oh well, I've heard the Night one. That one's my favorite out of all the ones that I've heard from that creator that she did it for.
But no, anyway, about the other song. You should know this one, babe, because you literally sing this song every once in a while whenever I bring it up, like whenever you hear it come from my phone. Hailstrom. Mrs. Hyde.
Oh, yeah. Look, I don't do, and unless I'm very like into them, I don't remember band names or like if they're not a single person, I don't remember their fucking names. But I remember songs.
I'll say you definitely remember songs. The one time I sent you.
What's the floor you used up here?
What?
What is the floor you used up here?
There is no floor.
I mean, the stuff you used right there. What is the stuff you used right there?
There's nothing on it. I'm still collecting wood so I can make it.
Okay, here's your wood. I don't know what type of floor you used to make it.
Oh, okay, hold on, I'll show you. Let me put these away real quick. Okay, so if you get your hammer out,
okay,
and you hold the right mouse button, go to the floors and hover over it, and you can look through it, and I use the wooden floor.
Wooden floor. Oh.
Well, anyway, speaking of songs for people, there is one song that
I can't do anything.
It's because I filled them in already. One post right here is good for a 1x1 block, basically.
Oh.
But yeah, I would have to say, like, for bands, there is one that I know you guys might know, or might not know. But anyway, speaking of excuse me. But speaking of songs that you can just memorize by heart, Raven, I can name at least 3 songs. 2 of them I've introduced you to, and you've just been singing them nonstop.
Okay, which ones?
Okay, so the 3 songs: Satisfied, Say My Name, and Pretty Little Psycho.
Okay, I have heard Pretty Little Psycho.
So, hold on. Satisfied, you did not introduce me to.
No, I'm saying the 3 songs.
I have heard Pretty Little Psycho. That one I have heard.
Yeah, by Porcelain Black. But no, I know you didn't introduce me to that. I'm just saying, like, the 3 songs that you've always had stuck with you.
Yeah, what about them?
I'm just naming them.
Oh, yeah, I like Satisfied. I know where it's from, but I don't know, like, the person who originally composed it.
Yeah, neither do I. But I will say one thing, though. I remember...
We don't have any nails, do we?
Scrap. Just use the scrap.
We don't have any scrap.
Oh, here. I have 16.
But yeah, I'm just I can remember when I got you into listening to that Beetlejuice musical song, Say My Name. I was just bored, and I was sitting on my bed, going through stuff on my phone. You were humming, and I was like, hey, babe, you want to hear a new song? And you were just, sure. I sent it to you. Next day, you were saying, babe, you're an asshole, because I've been listening to this song this is the 50th time I've listened to that song or something, right?
Yeah. And I have no problem admitting to you, like, when you've, like, gotten me into a song. I'd tell you straight up. I'm like, I really like this song. And, like, you got me into it, so, like, thank you, but, you know.
Should I put this a little further back, Raven? Or should I put it right up against the stairs?
Oh, make sure that it's lined up with it.
So what do you guys actually think of the Beetlejuice musical altogether?
We have it.
Yep. And now we just gotta take it over further that way.
Yeah, and I'll do the post because you gotta do them every other one.
All right.
Ah, shit! I need food. To answer your question, baby, I like the musical, but I kind of like the animation better than I do the actual song because I had been curious, and I was like, you know, I wonder like how they actually sing it. And so I had looked it up, the scene for Say My Name, and while the girl, yes, was singing it how she was supposed to, it didn't, like, I kind of feel like, I don't know, she wasn't really singing it. She was kind of just going through the motions.
Yeah, like she didn't put her heart into it.
Yeah, and then the dance moves and everything were really forced and weird. I don't know. It's just me.
No, I can see
Yeah,
where you're coming
there's
from.
a lot of those things that wasn't in different, like in different movies and different things. There's a lot of them they just try to force it and not really doesn't really feel fluent.
Yeah. Like, for example, look at the movie, what's a good...
Okay, I could say the Pikachu movie. It was Detective Pikachu. That was a good movie.
Whatever.
I'm gonna agree with you, because it was... I wouldn't say it wasn't terrible, but... And I know some things
it
could
wasn't
be better,
terrible,
could be worse.
but it wasn't, like... the all hyped up, like, what everybody was saying it was. I mean, it was...
Yeah, they basically overshot it.
It was good and decent, but it wasn't, like... I wouldn't give it a 5-star.
I wouldn't even give it a 1. Skull, I got you an oxygen bottle. It is in the chest. There is also a water bottle for you right next to it. That is for you to use to take a full thing of water.
Okay. Okay, and I'll just add this to my inventory. Oh, so you literally just...
Or for, like, another example, for, like, you could tell the actions were forced. Like, that one Dragon Ball movie that came out, like, in, I think it was, like, 2006, 2005.
And don't wear your tank unless you're actually going to go into the water, because you do use it as you walk around.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Booby, you were saying?
I'm just saying, like, speaking of, like, ways, like, how some things seem forced, I would have to say also, like that Dragon Ball Z movie that came out, like, in 2006, 2005.
Oh, that horrendous piece of garbage?
Yeah.
No. 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 No, the guy who played Goku, no. Raven, the things are empty.
Only one is.
They both are.
No, the other one isn't empty. It's still processing water. It's full, but it's still processing it to be clean. The other one got done, but I used it because I was dying. I went after the last two. This one's yours. Fetch.
Oh, okay. Is the anchor down?
Let me get Bruce's attention, and then you can go.
Okay.
Oh, Brucey! Go.
Now, as for another subject that I would like to talk about, just because I just want to see World War III happen in my comments section, what is your favorite and least favorite anime?
My least favorite would have to be Yona of the Dawn. Because the way that they ended that bullshit freaking anime was complete and utter crap.
Alright. What about you, Skull?
They could have done that so much fucking better.
Anyway, while Skull thinks, and if I remember...
Bruce is attacking the ship, by the way.
I got him.
I don't really know that much. I guess I would have to say Cowboy Bebop. I didn't really get into it that much.
I mean, I can agree there, because I wasn't really into Cowboy Bebop myself. The only reason I even watched, like, an episode here or there were the ones with Ein in it. Because that corgi is fucking adorable. Especially the one episode where he gets high on mushrooms, starts bouncing and squeaking like a squeak toy. Do I know that's not going to be able to be...
My favorite one right now are you gonna do like favorite one of all times or the favorite one right now?
Favorite of all time.
Favorite of all time.
Yeah.
Me, I would probably have to go with Dragon Ball Z because I mean I grew up with that and it was just the first anime cartoon I've ever watched.
You mean like the original one, like where Goku is a kid, or do you mean like the one where it's like
from the original Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Z?
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. I liked Dragon Ball, but I was kind of meh all the way up until the Android Saga. That's when it started to get interesting for me, because when I was a kid, I would watch so much Dragon Ball, but it was to the point the TV network I watched would just keep doing reruns of every single episode. To the point
that kind of gets annoying. See,
Exactly.
I've already seen this. Oh well, fuck this. I'm not watching this anymore.
Yeah.
Done seen it. Don't care.
That's kind of
more.
That's kind of why I kind of like watching the Majin Buu saga. I've seen a little bit of GT, but not a whole lot. And I've been watching a little bit of Super. But I would have to say though, for my favorite animes from like favorite to least favorite, my favorite one would have to probably be, I would actually have to say Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, because I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. But my least favorite, I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but it was, I just found it completely and utterly fucking stupid. Fuck, what was it called?
I mean, you have 5Ds, you have synchro summons. It straight up passes the fusion summons, which I mean, you have to have an extra card to summon something more powerful. Yeah, that was kind of annoying.
Yeah, or for example, look how in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, they now have more overpowered cards where you could summon like 3 monsters on the field at the same turn and be able to like, oh look, magically I can exceed someone. Oh, but it's got shitty attack points.
The pendulum decks were just they kind of overkilled it a little bit.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, the anime
Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, it was decent. I mean, from the original, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds was a jump to something different, some way of summoning stuff without.
Yeah, like Konami was like, we need a new method, we need something new for it. Like basically, 5Ds jump started it. I mean, don't get me wrong. GX still has a special place in my heart because that was literally my very first Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. Yes, I saw GX before the original. Shut up. But that always had like a special place in my heart. But as I look through it now, I would have to say 5Ds because it actually gave a jump start to the card game as it did now. Because I've been doing a lot of research and like the people like buying cards, types of tournaments and everything was actually starting to go downhill. But as soon as 5Ds came up, along with Zexal, Arc V, I can't even remember what the other one's called, like V Reigns or something. It just shot up to shot straight up. Now, but I'm not actually I'm not disrespecting the game in general, but I would have to say the strategy-wise, some of the things in the anime are bullshit, but the anime itself I like because of like some of the story behind it. Like for example, like for Arc V, when you finally started to when I was finally starting to get boring because I was binge watching it, then suddenly boom, they busted what was that kid's name? Dude that would always have like that Fluffle deck, always had like a sucker in his mouth or something. Sora, that's what it was. Then they added Sora into the mix. And like it made shit get more interesting. Now, I will say this though, and some people who watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V could agree or disagree with this. Declan Akaba was a fucking dick! But anyway, and I'd have to say for my least favorite anime, I'm gonna still give it credit though. I still liked watching it, but like out of all the animes I've ever watched, that one have to be my least favorite, just because just for like it seemed too rushed. Like it fit the checklist for stuff that I didn't like about it. It seemed too rushed. They could have added more detail on some things, but didn't. And that anime would have to be Kakegurui. It's
Alright, we can go. I didn't see any scrap on the one part of the island.
I'm currently swimming.
Oh.
so like Raven, you know what the anime Kakegurui is, right? You got me into watching it.
No, I didn't.
Kakegurui, that gambling anime.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's the name of it. I'm putting that as my least favorite one. Don't get me wrong, I liked it, but it seemed too rushed. I mean, yeah, Netflix has the rule of like, oh, you gotta make it 12 episodes long for like most animes. I can get that. But,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's still...
Yeah, there's just some of them, it's...
Yeah.
They overdo. They try to get it, they try to, like... Okay, let's say, how they made Ruby, okay?
Yeah.
That was... Rooster Teeth takes their time, and...
Yeah, like let's check out like Volume 1 for Ruby all the way to their latest one now. Like for the first one, you could tell that they were using the application, I think it's called like Miku Miku Dance
Get in
or
the
whatever.
water, Bruce said.
Was like the anime called like, was called like Miku Miku Dance and whatever. And I could get like, and you could tell that it was half hesitant. Well, I actually did some research. Turns out when Ruby very first came out, only Monty was doing it. Like no one was helping him. But as it got more and more, until I think it was like Volume 3 when Monty died from... Yeah, I think that was when it was. Like I can't remember which volume he was working on when he died. And now look at the latest one, like Volume 7 or Volume 8, whatever it is. They're putting every bit... they're going all out for it.
Yeah, I mean... It's different to see how, how people will literally just go full on with some of the ideas just to make it go further.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, if an anime is good, it gets multiple seasons. If an anime is bad, it gets not very many reviews, or anime don't get a very big chance.
Yeah, yeah, and then there's those animes that are underrated and stopped right in their prime when shit's getting good. Like, look at the anime Gangsta, or the anime...
Okay, Hellsing Ultimate. There's your good
Yeah, exactly, like Hellsing Ultimate. That shit was getting good. But they decided to go with a shitty ending. Like, having Alucard accidentally drink Schrodinger's blood. I'm sorry, but
and he killed himself to end Alucard, but the guy literally could not keep up with it, and...
Yeah, exactly, and I'm sorry to say this, but...
Honestly, that's why I hate Yona of the Dawn, is because the whole premise of the whole thing was she was supposed to get revenge and take back her country, because the story of Yona is she's a princess, and she has a crush on her cousin, which is a complete another clusterfuck on its own, but I'm not going to get into it. But she, looks at everything he does, and he can do no wrong. He can do no wrong whatsoever. She is completely infatuated with him, and she literally justifies him killing her father, but she's ready to run away. And she runs away. She has to get these other dragons because they're part of her past life or whatever. And she ends up running into her cousin again because he's tracking her, because he's trying to kill her too, because she's seen what's going on. And it was just so much shit that did not need to happen. And one of the things that they were doing were they had to find the dragons again to like get them to give them her power because she needed their help or whatever and whatnot. And she has to travel all across her country and has to look for them each individually and to like convince them one by one to come with her to help her on her quest. She should have been, she had to do that for each one. And her last one, she just stumbles across him. He just waddled up to their fucking camp and was like, "Yo, hey, I'm the last dude you're looking for. Can I have some food?" Like, it just pissed me off.
Now, I'm gonna be honest here. That actually reminds me of this one anime I'm kind of starting to watch now. I have mixed reviews on it. Like, some parts are good, some parts are meh, and some parts are utter horse shit. Like, for the anime is Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Like, good parts is, and I know that's gonna sound terrible, I accidentally knocked over my bottle. Good parts are this one dude and his sister turns out sister gets bit by a demon, they go try and cure her, cool and everything, while he's also working to be a demon slayer. I get that, that's cool. But the way they're doing it is just, in my opinion, it feels kind of rushed, but not rushed at the same time. Like when you're watching a video at, there's normal speed and then there's 1.5? That's how I feel like it's going for it. Like, it's going at, 1.5 speed. I mean, don't get me wrong, though. Nezuko is fucking adorable, and I want to
just don't look at the Rule 34 versions of her.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to. She basically is she's as adorable as how Raven sees fucking...
You already said my real fucking name, so what's the point in trying to act like you were trying to hide my name?
I can edit it out. Anyway, as Raven...
Hey, I'm back.
Alright. Anyway, as Raven was saying, and I find her adorable like how Raven finds that one girl from Lore Olympus adorable. What was her name? Persephone?
Oh my god, yes! Persephone is so cute!
Exactly, me and Raven watched this webtoons comic called Lore Olympus, and in my opinion, I think that I could see Nezuko as adorable as Persephone. She's an adorable little cinnamon bun that can secretly kill everyone if someone pissed her off.
Oh, setting everybody to flames.
No, I'm talking I even saw this...
It's so adorable. Oh shit, she's back in 8.
Yeah, exactly. There's even this one scene from the anime where this demon, chucked a ball at her brother, and I'm talking, at Mach speed. She walks over and blocks it with her foot and shoots it right back, killing the demon. And I'm just thinking, wow.
Oh, no. You gotta do the entire scene. She basically throws the ball at her brother. She sits there, kicks the ball back, and she sat there and kept doing that for at least 15, 16 seconds.
Yeah. And keep in mind that the ball's still going back and forth at Mach speed.
No, it was getting even faster. So it was reaching a dangerous levels of you stick your hand out there, you might not have a hand.
Yeah, if you stick your right hand out there to try and catch the ball, people are gonna start calling you lefty from now on.
Because you wouldn't even have a hand, it would have just obliterated it, turned it into a mist of blood.
Yeah, it would have been like that, like in that one dude from the anime, Omaru wa Shinderu. And just poke the spot and then... But yeah. I think that's why all of us are like certain types of animes. some of the characters who we think are going to be the weakest can turn out to be really the most kick-ass. Like, for example, look at Avatar and look at Toph. I'm sure when everyone saw her for the very first time, she's thinking, oh, she's so cute. About 5 episodes later, she's kicking a fucking boulder and dead.
No. Toph was badass the first episode she premiered. Oh, look, this cute little blind girl. It's going to be such a drag to whoop her ass. Would you say, yeah?
You're scared, the pebble.
The boulder is no longer conflicted.
No, the boulder no longer feels conflicted.
And then
the
just
boulder is now going to whoop your...
Oh, it's just like this scene where, like, right before he even sets his foot down, Toph just moves her foot and suddenly he's doing the split screaming.
He's not even screaming, he's just like...
Yeah. The boulder now feels pain!
Oh, or even when Toph fought, like, those 6 Earthbenders, I think it was, like 6 of them, 7? And she still kicked all their asses.
Oh, yeah. Well, the bad thing is, okay, look at it this way. Out of all the benders, you got Toph,
Aang, Sokka.
Oh, no, we're not counting Aang.
Sokka's not a bender.
I'm just gonna say he's a boomerang bender. He can throw shit.
He's not a bender.
I know, but it's still funny.
Not really.
It's an Avatar meme. Just go with it.
Yeah, I mean, you got Toph, which is Earthbender.
Zuko, who's Firebender.
Katara, which is the Waterbender.
Then you got
and then
Zuko.
You got Prince Zuko, which is the Firebender. But you also got the other girl, which is also a Firebender.
Azula.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm just imagining. Could you imagine what the fuck would happen if Azula trained Aang to be the Avatar to Firebend instead of fucking Zuko?
It would not turn out well because she would be like, "You must use fear to control your enemies," and he'd be like, "But peace and love are the way to go," and she would be like, "I'm so fucking done with you right now. It's not even."
Yeah, basically. Then you have Zuko's grandfather or
Iroh.
Uncle.
Yeah. Which trained him to be good.
Yeah. But then we also gotta look at the people who are not benders but still able to kick ass, like Suki. Kylie.
Dude, can we just talk about Suki for a fucking minute, please? Like, she was amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll admit this, and I'll admit this on video and on camera, and if I need to. I had a crush on Suki when I was first watching the Avatar, because she was friggin' hot, and she was a powerful, strong ass woman. I was like, yes. Like, if Sokka don't treat you right, come to me, like, hell yeah. I was down to get down with Suki. You can call me weird, you can call me creepy, I don't give a fuck. I stand by my opinion.
Okay, my question is, which is your most favorite game of all times?
Oh.
Favorite game?
Yeah, favorite game of all times.
Oh, God. I've played so many. That's the thing.
Actually, this one game has a special place in my heart. It's Star Wars The Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. It came out originally for computers, and I bought it on my Switch. That game is what literally jump-started me into wanting to play online games altogether.
I would have to say my favorite game of all time, like a game I have no problem playing a million fucking times, no matter how many times I beat it. As weird as it may sound, Okami.
I could see that, because you're an artistic person. I could see that, because you're an artistic person. I could see you legit doing all types of shit. I could even see you like getting bored one of these days, and when you have to redraw that fucking statue sword, you draw a dick. Dick sword.
But no, my favorite would have to be Okami, because it's such a beautiful game, man, and it's fucking gorgeous. Everything about it, just yes.
What about you, Skull?
Oh yeah, sorry, I cut you off.
Mine, it's a hard toss-up, but I would have to go with Super Mario World.
Oh, yeah. Now, here's a good one, just to, like, reverse so. What is your least favorite game?
Least favorite...
Like, you played it once, you beat the game, and you never touched it. Or, like, you didn't even finish the game.
Oh, shit.
Or, like, for example, say... For me, this isn't my least favorite game, but, like, say, for example, Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. Like, that's not my least favorite game, but if anyone offered me to play that game again, even if it was for $1 million and I get a fucking android that looks like my favorite anime character that basically does anything I want, I'd still kick people.
It would have to be a game for the Wii. It would have to be one game for the Wii. I can't remember what it's called, but you're supposed to collect 3 coins to open the gate, and you're supposed to basically throw a giant-ass ball down the fucking road and break everything in the way. I cannot remember what it is. It's about $20, but it was one of the worst freaking Nintendo Wii games I've ever played. I would never play it again. It made me rage so fucking bad. I broke 3 Wii controllers.
Nice. I would have to say my least favorite game because of all the rage-inducing and I would still probably try it every once in a while, but but only if I'm really, really bored and there's nothing else to do. Geometry Dash.
Geometry Dash.
Fuck that game.
I wasn't so mad at that, to be honest. Like, it was an okay game. It was more with hand-eye coordination than anything, so if you don't have that, you kind of fucked. But I would have to say for me, oh god, I don't even know. I've played so many bad games.
Yeah, I have too. That's why it's like it's hard to tell exactly. But I would have to go with the Wii one for if it was a console one. But as for PC,
I would have to say the Adventures of Kirby, like the yarn version of it, because it wasn't really Kirby.
Yeah.
And like I started playing it for like 5 minutes on my Nintendo 3DS or something like that. Now, a game that I like that I've never completed because I've gotten so frustrated with it or I've gotten so pissed off with it, Zelda and the Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. For me, like for Legend of Zelda games, I would still try this if I could find my 3DS, but I kept getting so pissed off about it. Fucking Majora's Mask. I could never get there. I would always get stuck on the first, I would always get stuck.
I would get stuck on the Water Temple, to be honest, in Ocarina.
Like for me, because, the 3-day thing. This one...
I mean, if you don't have the patience for, like, the Zelda games, it kind of does get really frustrating and really...
It gets really tedious after a while.
Yeah, exactly. Like, especially, like...
Even Twilight Princess gets tedious after a little while.
Yeah, like
especially if you're new and you haven't really played any of the Zelda games.
Yeah, like for example, like one of my buddies I know has been playing this one Legend of Zelda game. I think it was Breath of the Wild. It's the one that's on Switch.
Now the one I hate the most of all the Zelda games, Skyward Sword.
Oh.
The same fucking boss 4 fucking times in a row.
Oh, you have not played Majora's Mask then, because you keep basically facing Majora's Mask, and it just keeps getting stronger and stronger. Alright, now here's a good one. What game have you... Oh, excuse me.
No, I mean, Majora's Mask. I played a little bit on on one of my cousins. I think it was PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
It was either PlayStation or the or his DS. I can't remember. He had a hacked version for the PlayStation,
Ah, nice.
and but no, I can't remember exactly which one. The Majora's Mask one, I was fine with.
Yeah.
The one with the Skyward Sword, the guy is a fucking pain in the ass to deal with on level 1. To deal with him 4 fucking times, because you have to literally knock him down or injure him for, at least 3 or 4 times before he goes away.
Yeah, I can see that.
And if you're not even good at fast time events, or
You're
even
screwed.
yeah, you're fucked. He just wipes your ass all over the place, basically.
Now, the one game I remember vividly, there's this one game I had on my DS when I was a kid. I always tried, but I could never beat it properly. It was a Power Rangers game. I think it was like Power Ranger Time or whatever. Like, you had to go back in time, and you had to keep, like, trying to beat all the bosses and everything. I could not get past Wild Force. Like, I could not get past that, like, the Master... I think it was, like, the Master Orc or whatever. Like, that one Megazord fight in the end. I could never get past it. I bet if I was to try it now, I'd get by it no problem.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, most of the bosses are supposed to be the stronger ones anyways. I mean...
Yeah. But, speaking of Power Rangers, I just gotta say this, I know this is technically contrary, because, I know all the good guys are supposed to win, but I'm just gonna say this. If the fucking bad guy is able to send out, like first episode, send out the weakest guy and just keeps going up the tier ladder, and then, like, the second to last episode, they send their right-hand man, and they still beat their ass. Why not just do that the first time?
Yeah, really. I mean, because the first boss you fight in the Skyward Sword just whoops your ass. Basically, it's like fighting the final boss anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put it this way. You know how in the Twilight Princess, how Ganondorf's your final boss and he's the hardest to fight?
Yeah.
It's basically like fighting that at the very start.
Shit.
Yeah, that's Skyward Sword, basically. In a nutshell.
Here, let me check something real quick. Shit, I did not realize, but we're already running on about an hour and almost 15 minutes.
Not surprising.
Yeah, I know. There we go. But yeah, it's surprising with all types of... Oh, shit. But it's surprising with all types of stuff. For, like...
I mean, the flying aspect, it was new. I kind of somewhat liked it. But at the same time, that was a pain in the ass and annoying. It's all at the same time.
Yeah, or there's some... Like, the one thing I find interesting and people make it way too hard on themselves are like, for Pokemon games with Nuzlocks. Like, and they try to do the damn near impossible, like, try and beat the champion in the Elite Four with a fucking Magikarp.
No, I'd say they need to actually make Mew and all the other Pokemon more common to be able to, like, the legendary ones, more common to catch, more easier to catch. Like, okay, no, well, not easy, but
not as tedious.
You can at least catch one of them.
Yeah, like, for example, like, if you look at Pokemon X and Y, when you finally beat the champion, you can go over to that little Pokemon village and you can challenge Mewtwo. I kid you not, it took me almost 2 weeks just constantly trying to catch that fucker. He would always either be KOing my team or I'd run out of Pokeballs.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I want to catch all the legendaries, if I played in the Pokemon games, and it's kind of hard to do if you can't get like Darkrai and like Celebi and stuff like that.
Yeah, like they always
'Cause
have.
you have to get one version, then you have to get another version.
To get the other one, yeah. It's stupid. That's why... And that's why I find it completely and utterly stupid. And they need to bring back some of, like, the cool Pokemon for like, an event or something. Like, for example, like, if you look at a Pokemon Stadium game, like, for Shadow Lugia...
Yeah, I mean, just do, like, monthly events or something like that. Just something so you can catch... You have this such time, you can only catch it at this time, or this place, or...
Yeah,
just to catch all the legendaries.
Yeah, for example, like, if you look on the Pokemon Sword and Shield... They recently had an event where you could catch, which was originally one or two of the hardest Pokemon to catch. They made an event for it, like, to try and get Giganta Max Charizard and Giganta Max, I think it's called, like, Cerulean or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, look at the fucking giant-ass cake, dog.
Oh, yeah.
The one that evolves into a giant-ass cake, and then, oh, let's Mega Evolve that!
Well, it's not Mega Evolving, it's Gigantamaxing, but I know what you mean. Like, and
yeah.
I kid you not, I legit had to set down my controller and get some food. That one made me hungry. I legit was battling... Because here's the thing, my team, I completely forgot to do some training. I was completely underleveled by, I think, like 2 or 3 levels. And I spent so long battling that. Like, it literally almost took me an hour. And I just got hungry, so... Because I kept thinking... Why do I have to keep battling this giant fucking cake? And then my mind just wandered like, ooh, cake. I'm gonna go get me some cake. I think my air conditioner is froze
hungry.
up. Yeah. And even look at some of, like in some of the Pokemon games, they're now bringing out new methods, like for this Pokemon called Milcery. Like you gotta get like a Bonbon Sweet or something and just spin around for like a minute or whatever.
Oh yeah, okay. Now this was hilarious. I thought this was so freaking hilarious what they did. Okay, if they found out you basically they were using the tracking thing to track your you doing that, you're walking and stuff, but people were basically attaching it to like their bicycles and just spinning the tire around and using the tracker to use candies and stuff. Yeah, and they were banning people for doing it.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking, that's stupid, because there was actually a story on, like, how this mom actually, like, filed a lawsuit about it, because their kid, who was, I think, 16 or 17, and they were training for a marathon, because, for cancer research, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone, I'm gonna do it. And that kid fucking ran... literally from, like, I think it was, like, 10 in the morning till almost midnight for, like, training and everything. For, like, going to the gym, walking home, walking to work, then walking around while doing work. And they completely and utterly banned him. And I'm just thinking, you gotta have some type of way of thinking about it. I mean, because Pokemon now are able to track, the Nintendo Corporation's able to track shit better. And not just simply, like, banning them. Because...
Well, I mean, they should have had that implemented, because, I mean, they were just banning people because people were doing that, then... I mean, they didn't know if he was actually running that much. I walk everywhere I go.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes about a half hour to walk all the way up to Walmart from where I'm at. And then another half hour just walk from Walmart back to my house.
Yeah, and I know exactly that way, because it takes me, and here's the thing, I am a 6'3", and I weigh almost, like, maybe 300 pounds. I'm, like, 280 to 85, maybe. I've been weighing myself.
I think I'm, like, 300, 320, but it's mostly muscle.
Yeah. You know what I think they really need to actually do just to make things more interesting? They need to upgrade to what they were. Instead of just using like regular kids for Pokemon, they need to upgrade them to where they're at least like maybe teens or something. Yeah, I get it, it's all cool and everything where you can customize their hairstyles and everything, but they're still kids. They should at least try. They should try and add more detail to it, like, oh, what's your age? What's your, like, that type of thing. Like, what's your gender? Are you fat or are you thin? And I think that would actually...
okay, look at the Pokemon series. You have the chubby ones, then you have the skinny ones, then you have the ones that just dress like completely like hoes.
Yeah. And
people want a whole lot of customization. Why do you think fucking everybody wants Code Vein? You can spend literally an hour or 3 hours just customizing the character.
Exactly. I think that'd be more detailed because, like, you could limit how much your stamina is. Like, say if you get certain things, right? Like, you could even in some of the Pokemon dungeon games. Like, if you look at some of the Pokemon dungeon games, they give you a survey.
One game I really just didn't really care for all that much. My ex-girlfriend, she loved the Pokemon dungeon games. Me, I liked going around catching every type of Pokemon I could.
The one that was the hardest for me to catch when I was playing the Pokemon games would actually be the final, not the final boss, but one of the final Pokemons. Would actually was Dialga in like Gears of Time or whatever.
Dialga. Oh, mate, I got Dialga. Literally, this is all I did. I tried to throw a Pokeball. I tried to throw an Ultra Ball at Dialga and Palkia both. You know what caught him?
What?
A freaking Great Ball.
I know, and it's dumb shit like that.
It would have been more interesting if a regular Pokeball got him.
Oh yeah. You know what?
I thought Giratina with the regular Pokeball.
I got him with Dusk Ball. If I'm going to catch the literal Pokemon Devil, I'm at least gonna make his. Because with the new animations, when you throw a Pokeball, you can actually see them come out of, like, you'll actually see little animations like sparkles and shit. Not when you throw like a dart with the Dusk Ball. It actually makes it look like they're coming out of a void.
Yeah. The Void Ball too. Yeah, that's. I caught that. I caught oh jeez, Jirachi with a shiny ball.
Nice.
I can't remember exactly what it's called. But yeah, I was at the in the ocean area.
Yeah.
And I came across Jirachi. I'm like, what do I do here? This is the first time I've seen this one. That is before even the Jirachi movie came out.
Nice. Like, for me, for example, like, and back to Pokemon games also. Like, you know, like, when you play those games, there's special events for legendaries come out. Like, in almost every Pokemon game, there's always going to be, like, that one Pokemon that just wandered around fuck wherever. And, like, you have, like, not in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but if you look at the original games, like Pokemon Emerald, you would have to watch the TVs to figure out where the fuck Latias or Latios was, and then you'd have to go to the weather station to, like, figure out, like, okay, I need to go to this area so I can be able to get Kyogre or Groudon.
Yeah, they need to make a game. They need to make a Pokemon game that has all of them.
Exactly. Like,
I mean, just for the console would be fine. Just make, like, okay, you have it just for, like, the Wii console or the Wii Switch or the next generation Wii comes out.
Yeah, like for
something like that. I mean,
yeah,
you got the DSs and stuff, but the DS part wouldn't be big enough.
Yeah, but think of it this way. Like, you could add so much more detail to it and make it so much more fun. Like, for example, you can make it to where you have to interact with more characters. Because you see these speedrunners or these people that just go through the game. And, like, only talk to people when you need to. Well, what if there's some people like us that like to explore and do that type of shit? Make it to where maybe you have to go to, I don't know, a place that's like Lavender Town full of ghosts and as you walk around to the people, you'll say something like, "Oh, I have really bad nightmares. I keep dreaming I go to this certain location." And, oh, what do you know? This certain location is actually not that far away. He goes to that location, boom, Darkrai, like that type of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of like like add the classic like Lavender Town, or even this. I mean, like you add the normal. You have like all the regions of so far.
Yeah.
Plus, you customize your own character. You have all the access to all the Pokemon, as well as all the legendaries Bruce is coming.
Yeah.
Plus, you can catch them all, and you can you get all the same as normal. Like you get your bicycle, yada yada yada. But you have access to all the other Pokemon, and you can catch your team that you were originally good with.
Yeah, like,
kind of like what Pokemon MMO does.
Yeah, or like how sometimes in Pokemon Minecraft. Like, for example, for me, I have certain types of Pokemon that I like to start off with. Like, usually I have a grass-type Pokemon for starters that shoot out, like, poison... Not like poison sting, but like poison needles. That when another Pokemon that goes on land, they get poisoned. And then I have Leech Seed.
Yeah. Or my favorite combo, which is... Hypnosis, which makes him fall asleep, and then Dream Eater.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what could be even better? Imagine, like, if you had that with Darkrai, though. That would make him fucking broken to shit, because after Dream Eater,
I do that
his
with
bad
Gengar.
dreams...
When I seen Mega Gengar, that was beautiful.
Oh,
that was fucking beautiful.
Oh, did you even check out, like, Giganta Max Gengar for Pokemon Sword and Shield?
I've seen his Mega Giganta one.
Wait, okay.
It's just a bigger it basically just makes him bigger. That's all it does.
Yeah, but, like, if you look at his Gigantamax version, basically it only comes out to where his arms pop out and his mouth is really fucking wide open. Like, seriously, go grab your phone right now and Google it.
Yeah, I know, I've seen it.
Okay.
So you know the data behind Gengar, right?
Yeah.
He eats his trainer.
And yet you see so many people in Pokemon that are like gym leaders that have him as just Pokemon. Like, wow.
We really want our souls eaten. We have no souls.
And I just think the icing on top of the cake, especially with the Gengar info, if you go and play Pokemon Sword Shield, you'll encounter this one... I kid you not, he is a kid named Alistair who has a Gengar. This guy's basically the definition of emo. Wears a mask. Basically has his entire body covered by his uniform, gloves, boots, and basically the only thing hiding his face is a mask. And it's not even a proper looking mask with any detail. It's basically like a paper mache mask with 2 circles for the eyes and mouth.
Okay, look at it this way. Okay, at the same time, look at what the Hypno. He basically hypnotizes little children, drags them, and then eats them.
Yeah. And also, look at the...
And then Yamask, the Pokemon, it carries the mask of its former life.
Yeah. Could you imagine what would happen if...
you got Cubone, which wears the dead skull of his mother.
Yeah. And I'm sorry to say this, but could you just imagine if, like, a Yamask came up with, like, Hannibal Lecter's mask?
Oh, that was Hannibal Lecter. Well...
Found him! We should really do that. Like, imagine all the cool shit they could do. For, like, all types of cool effects. Like, they could try their best to make, like, a Leatherface mask for Yamask, a Jason Voorhees mask for Yamask, or that type of shit.
Well, that would be ripping off the other, like, movies, things like that, and they can't afford to...
No, I'm saying, like, players can make that, like, a customization option, like... Think about it, though. Like, they could have that for more detail. Because, like, look at X and Y and Sun and Moon. You were able to fucking decorate a dog and make, like, I think it's called, like, a frou-frou or whatever, into like all types of forms.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like maybe have it to where like, oh, maybe you go to this one area and like, oh yeah, I paint, and like you battle him, you get a paint set and something you can paint stuff. Like, oh, you could paint your
Yeah.
Yamask, you could paint rocks or whatever. But I will say though, the one thing that is always bullshit for me in games is when is actually the level basing. Because yes, I get it, like once you get to a certain level and everything starts becoming more and more difficult because you know you're stronger. Still though, they still need to add like a way to get stronger Pokemon. Like for example, when I played Sword and Shield for the very first time, I could not get past the bug gym leader, the fire bug dude.
Yeah.
And so I would keep training and training and training. And every single time, it would just get more and more minuscule, and I would still fucking lose to him.
Yeah, I mean, some of them were how do I put it in the nicest terms I can possibly say? A bitch.
Alright, well, we got a little bit longer before we decide to wrap up the podcast, so what do you guys want to say? Anything? Add another conversation to the list?
Don't really know what to say, but
What about you, Love? Do you have anything you want to say to like for a subject for the podcast?
Not really.
Oh, you know, this is an interesting one. So, I heard that Jacksepticeye is coming out with a coffee brand soon, and I think that's actually interesting. Like, because he is literally... People always make a joke like he's always on crack or something. I'm actually curious to see, like, how Jack would make the coffee. Would he try and be, like, a replica for, like, oh, it's the world's strongest coffee? Like, a shot glass will make you run for hours. Or would he actually try and make it, like, mellow, like fucking Dunkin' Donuts coffee? That's my opinion on it.
Hi, Raven. Look.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Look where. Oh,
Okay.
hey, nice.
But no,
I can tell you right now, this attendance is too close.
And 10 is too close?
Yeah.
Too close to this machine, so I have to move it out.
Yeah, just gotta move it out just a little bit.
But no, seriously, what do you guys think? I think that Jack's, how do you think Jack's gonna do for his coffee? Like, do you think he's gonna make it, like, super fucking strong, like the world's strongest coffee? Or do you think he's gonna try and make it mellow, like Dunkin' Donuts coffee?
Oh, it requires battery.
Well, that's at least what I think. You know what, I'm just, yeah, I'm probably just gonna call it the podcast here, because we're running out of ideas for this one. Alright, so everyone, I hope you liked this episode of the RavenWolf podcast. If you guys have any subjects you want us to talk about, just leave it down in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the Jacksepticeye coffee brand that's going to be coming out soon, and what you think about it. But that's going to be it for this episode. See you when we see ya. Alright, say bye, everyone.
Bye!
Bye.